I've seen many comments about this 70 million alleged dilution of shares by NIO and NIO Stock. So, you know what? I just decided to pull up a few things that I looked at myself. If you're not familiar with this is the NIO website. If you go over to financials, you can go under this tab and find the SEC filings. This filing from July 9th, if we open it up, this S8 filing, there are a couple things that I'll point out from this filing. The first is, if you want to look at sort of the breakdown, this is the reference that a lot of people have made. You can come all the way down here to the bottom of it, and you've got, and it's important. I think too many people ignore the little footnotes and references and asterisks and things like that. So I try to take the time to actually look at those. Sometimes I go to those first and then it kind of work backwards from there. But so anyway, this is one place you can look at some of this information. But here's the other thing that I don't know if anyone is actually talking about this. I think they're too focused on maybe FUD spreading, or maybe it's just more of this serial clickbaiting that's going on from some of the channels out there. I don't know, but this is the one that I then looked at next, this 2024 share incentive plan. And it was referenced as a 6K form furnished to the SEC on February 7th, 2024. So I dug back and pulled that filing up. This is that filing, and a couple things that I would like to just read to you and share with you. The NIO Incorporated adopted 2024 share incentive plan. And right here under the 2024 plan, the maximum aggregate number of shares that may be issued shall be 19,288,470 shares, which shall be automatically increased each year by the number of shares representing 1.2% of the then total issued and outstanding share capital of the company as of the last day of the immediately preceding fiscal year during the time of the 2024 plan, commencing with the fiscal year starting from January 1st, 2025, plus the number of shares subject to awards that were not granted under the company's 2015 share incentive plan, 2016 share incentive plan, 2017 share incentive plan, and 2018 share incentive plan, collectively the prior plans, and the number of shares subject to awards granted under the prior plans that have expired or otherwise been terminated without having been exercised in full, and the shares issued pursuant to awards granted under the prior plans that have been forfeited to or repurchased by the company due to failure to vest. The 2024 plan will become effective on February 7th, 2024, and will continue in effect for a term of 5 years. So hopefully that clears things up. And if it doesn't, no worries. You are welcome to dig as far into the rabbit hole and look up more documents if you wish. I just wanted to address it. So hopefully I won't see any more comments about it in the comment section. I've gotten a lot of them already. Here is your bonus for sticking around through the legalese and the verbiage that I just read. And shout out to Brian. Thank you for sharing this. A phenomenal share and a reminder, again, a nod to how early it is in China still with eventual full EV adoption. Here's another factor to consider or keep in mind. The car market in China is still in its early stages of growth. The number of cars on the road will need to double in order to reach just half the penetration of the US market. That's another 300 million car owners that will be added to the existing number. And then he references companies like NIO, Li Auto, Xiaopeng, Geely, BYD. I love NIO's positioning. I love the way that they have worked very hard to establish themselves as a premium EV maker, but they are the company with the early lead. And at this point, the only company offering battery swappable vehicles. So by the time other companies who have partnered with NIO are going to come out with their own models, NIO should have Firefly out, which would be the lowest, most affordable priced models available, should come from that sub-brand that NIO is going to have. Of course, Onvo with its launch of the L60, that's the first model they're coming out with, deliveries of that starting in September. That's focused on targeting and competing with Tesla. NIO with its brand competing against the likes of BMW, Mercedes, and Audi, who at this stage still are dominating the sales with ICE vehicles. But eventually in China, they're moving to full EVs, battery electric vehicles. NIO is the early leader in the premium sub-segmented space. And so as they continue to roll out with new products and new sub-brands, I think NIO is beautifully positioned. And congrats to us. I think we're still very early. Hopefully we win with this thing. But let me get this thing up and out. Have a great day. Thanks for watching to the end. If you stuck around and forgot to click the like, well, click the like. Thanks, and I'll see you next time.